Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and this video is going to be all about price. I'm going to share with you opinions from an array of chart analysts, technical analysts, both covering Bitcoin and XRP. Now, the one that most caught my attention today is the one that I'm going to have to put in the title of this video. There's an XRP chart analyst who he charted a path for XRP to $320.22, which I know you might be thinking that's a rather precise number. Well, I'll be sharing with you the specifics on it. Now, I'm going to be clear at the outset here, just so you know what he said. I'm going to share with just a little up front because that's a big number. I think you deserve to hear a little bit. He's not calling this a prediction, and he's saying it's not about hope. He's saying that here's what the chart shows me. That's pretty much it. So again, he's saying it's not a prediction, but definitely caught my attention. So I'm going to be running through that with you, and I always like to state at the outset of these videos, I have no financial background. I don't make price predictions. You should not buy or sell anything because of me. I'm happy to share with you my opinions, but I don't know how to read charts. I'm going to be so transparent about this always. But, I'm all about researching fundamentals. That's what I do. I have no interest in learning how to trade, period. I'm never going to do that. I just don't have the genuine interest. But a lot of people are genuinely interested in that. And they're doing their thing. And I follow a lot of chart analysts. And then I have fun putting these videos together where I can share with you opinions from other peoples that maybe know a little bit more about what they're talking about in that category. I'm good at researching fundamentals, but again, not the chart analyst stuff here. So lots of opinions to share with you here, but before I go any further, if you would please delicately tap that like button, and if you are a fan of Ripple and XRP, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. Now, real quick update on where we're at as I record this video. As an asset class, the market cap is $202 billion, so yay, back over that 200 mark. Bitcoin's at 7,540, and XRP is at 23.1 cents. So indeed, both Bitcoin and XRP have been trending upwards. And so here's the 24-hour, if you're looking at your screen, if you're driving, don't worry about it, it's fine. But here's the 24-hour chart for XRP, and you can see here's the Bitcoin one now, and it looks very matchy-matchy, does it not? It's almost exactly the same chart because, as I always like to highlight, these cryptocurrencies move in tandem price-wise, especially just look at the top three here. That's almost the same damn chart. I mean, it varies a little bit, but come on, there's clear correlation here, right? Now, here's the first opinion I want to share with you. It's from an article in AMV Crypto titled "XRP's Bull Flag Pattern Could Hoist Price High," and this is by I'm going to butcher this name, Chayanika Deka. That's the best I can do. And so I just want to cover a couple parts of this. It gets technical, and this is, again, not a chart analyst channel. I just like to share with you sentiment. So let me just get to as much of the lay type of information as I can while skipping some of the tech stuff. Because if you really want to get into specifics like that, you need a different channel. But if you just want sentiments from a bunch of different traders, Moon Lambo got you covered here. XRP's price was hovering between the 21 to 25 cent range for a long time now. A much-needed breakout to the positive side could be in the offing as XRP bulls take position to take over. The coin was trading at 23 cents after a surge by 2.14% over the last 24 hours at press time. Additionally, according to data on CoinMarketCap, XRP registered a market cap of $9.99 billion and a 24-hour trading volume of $1.04 billion. And I'll tell you that billion-dollar 24-hour trading volume, that's the number, like when there's not a ton of volatility, that's the number that I always see it hovering around. I've just noticed that. So here's the conclusion. I'm going to skip over the entirety of that article and just give you the conclusion here. The above chart predicted a strong bullish phase for the coin. A positive breakout would drive the coin to 24 cents, a level unseen since November 22nd. All right, next, this is a piece from Cointelegraph. And, actually, I think I had it queued up about where I wanted it, and then I just scrolled up. Here we go. Okay, XRP. Yeah, here's the part that I wanted to cover with you. And I can't remember if they had the person's name. Yeah, this is by Rakesh Upadhyay. All right. And so what they have to say about XRP, the failure of the bears to capitalize on the break below the critical support at 22 cents indicates buying at lower levels. The bounce from the yearly low at 20.041 cents has risen back above 22 cents, which is a positive sign. If the bulls can propel the XRP/USD pair back above 24.5 cents, it will indicate that the markets have rejected the lower levels. We would turn positive if the price sustains above 24.5 cents. However, if the bulls fail to push the price above 24.5 cents, the bears will again attempt to sink the price back below 20 cents. If successful, a drop to 18 cents is possible. And that's probably about the most potential bearish sentiment that I'm going to have for you in this video. As far as that $320 mark that I'm about to get into, it's not the next thing I'm going to cover, but I'm going to be pulling it up pretty soon. I will say, and again, not offering financial advice, I'm not saying that I even buy into this. I'm just highlighting it because stuff like this captures my attention here, and I think it's interesting and fun to talk about. But I'll wait to tell you more about what I think about it when we get there. But next, here's a tweet that I covered yesterday from Magic, and he provided an update today. So let me read first the one from yesterday. He wrote, "If I had to bet my pinky toe on whether Bitcoin will reach 14,000 or 3,000 first, I would say 3,000. Simply because Bitcoin is in a clear bear market downtrend, and no confirmed reversal has formed yet. We may be reversing now, but it's too early to confirm. The trend is my pinky toe's friend." So there you go. So that's the sentiment. He's thinking more bearish than bullish, likely. Here's what he had to say today. "Maybe we'll bring that on up to 5,000. So he's saying 5,000 instead of 3,000. The 200-week moving average has never been broken in Bitcoin. I'm not comfortable betting my pinky toe on that." And he's got a little smiley face there. So fair enough. So we've got an update to that one. The bearish target now potentially as low as $5,000 for Bitcoin. And of course, you can imagine if that happens to Bitcoin, the entire market will tank, of course, including XRP. But if that happens, just keep in mind that has nothing to do with real-world utility or the potential longevity of XRP. It's just humans being the speculative creatures they are, buying and selling emotionally. And it's going to take a while for people to figure this out. Now, this next tweet came from BitLord, and I was kind of questioning, do I really want to highlight a BitLord tweet? And I kind of don't. I feel a little dirty because he's the one that was doing the whole, Ripple's dumping XRP thing, and which got picked up by Yahoo Finance, and I think Forbes too. Is a bunch of nonsense. I've talked about that a lot. But DIY Investing retweeted that, and so that indicated to me that he shares the sentiment. And so even though some of BitLord's previous messaging I am not in line with, and I think it's completely absurd, selling altcoins right now, especially if it's XRP, again, not financial advice, I wouldn't do it. I'm not doing it, is what I mean. All right, next, here's a tweet from Wooston. I got two from him, actually. "Holding stocks now is like holding a grenade without the pin. The honey spot is silver, gold, and XRP. Silver and gold are in a bull run." Yes. And he's also the one that made the big, put that big number out there. So check this out. I'm not going to go through this whole thread, and I feel like for me to express what I need to express, I don't need to add the additional context of their entire conversation. But there are some predictions going back and forth, or plotting of charts here. And so this is the first one that caught my attention here. And he wrote, and again, it was in response to somebody. So he wrote, "Thanks, appreciated." Somebody else that was sharing their opinion wrote, "Hint, while using log charts, don't use straight lines. The projection goes of the axis. The trend lines must bend." And he writes, "I found a similar price, $320.22 for XRP. And then somebody named Star responded to that and wrote, "Approximately when do you think this will happen?" And then Wooston responded, "It's not a prediction or hope target. I found out math about this number. I'll post the chart here with the numbers. Take a look." And so as far as the timeline, as best I can tell according to this, it would be probably closer to the beginning of 2021, maybe the tail end of 2020. I'm just trying to line this up. It's somewhere thereabout anyway, okay? So here's what he did, and I'm just reporting on this, and you can tell me what you think about it. I'm not saying that I buy into this happening within this particular timeline. In terms of, is it possible for XRP to reach that number? I'm not like I don't make predictions. I'm not going to put a timestamp on it, but there's no reason that there's nothing to stop humans from valuing XRP at that level. And if Ripple's vision for the internet of value comes to be, and if all sorts of other developers are also building on top, and if investors come in, institutional investors and additional retail speculators come into the space, you can imagine over whatever period of time, even if it's a much longer time frame than what's listed here, I'm not ruling something like that out. I'm just also not stating that I know that will happen. As far as this timeline, man, I got to admit, like, to me it sounds like a big jump up in a relatively short period of time. And I know some of you are probably saying, yeah, but anything can happen in crypto. To some degree, that's kind of a fair conceptually. But because I get it, like, from roughly 20 cents in 2000, December of 2017 to almost $4 weeks later. Yeah, I get it, big jumps. This is like mega big though, and I also tend to think that if this is going to happen, then Bitcoin's going to have to move first, because Bitcoin's still the market leader. So this would have to assume, I would think, that Bitcoin would do that as well. And I don't know that it's going to move parabolic for sure within that time frame. It very well may. But you can see here what he's looking at is this all-time high back in 2015 of 3 cents. And then he's saying it took 116 weeks for it to move up again in some sort of parabolic fashion. So they multiplied that and got to the all-time high of what he lists as $3.48. Now, depending on the your source, you can get different numbers on that. Like if you go to, for instance, Live Coin Watch here, what's the all-time high here? It's like $3 and where is it? They reformatted this whole website. Now I can't. It's. I know it's on the screen right now. How am I not seeing this? Where is the all-time high? Oh, come on, Moon Lambo, find it. I'm so sorry, guys. There it is, right here. Okay, I found it. $3.92. So there you go. So $3.92 according to Live Coin Watch there. So it depends where what source you go to and how they tabulate that as to what that number actually was, right? So he's saying take that number times 102 weeks, and he's not saying it has to be 102 weeks. It could be a little bit longer, and then if you multiply that, then you get this all-time high of $320.22. And you can see here, so here's what he's got, and he has what he calls a precedent check, and he says it's 99.5% accurate. I would love to see other chart analysts' opinions on this, honestly, because again, I'm not a chart guy. I'm happy to report on this stuff. I think it makes for fun YouTube videos. I am Mr. XRP Bull, but this is a lot. I mean, is that fair? Can I say that? Like that's a huge jump in a rather short period of time. And I tend to think that even though there's going to be parabolic runs, and I do believe that, I really do, I think there's going to be a lot of pullbacks along the way to get to a number like that if we ever get there. So, man, you can tell me what you think, but whew. Now I wouldn't hate that. I'll tell you what, I know what I hate, and I don't hate that. All right, I definitely don't hate that. So if that would happen, I'd say super number one. Yeah, let's see that occur. But man, I'm just saying that I'm kind of skeptical of that. But who knows? Who knows? All right, next here's a tweet from Enigma Machine, and he wrote, "Adam and Eve double bottom. If we break above the line, then target 25.5 cents." Taking some profits at the 0.382 fib level of 24.5 cents also. And here's the chart that he has associated with that in case you want to look at it. So there's that. So I think that's really, frankly, the majority of what I wanted to cover here. Yeah, I don't know. I keep thinking about that number, and it's like I don't even know what I want to say next there. And I hope I'm not forgetting anything else I wanted to say on this, because I don't know. It's fun to think about. It's fun to talk through it, and I'd love to get more opinions on this, because that's why I hope you can appreciate the approach that I'm taking on this, because I pride myself on not being a hype channel, and that's why I'm not saying this is going to happen and bull rah rah. Like I don't do that type of stuff. When people make predictions like this, yeah, I'm happy to talk about it, and that's fine. But that's why I hope you noticed the whole way through this video, I'm trying to say, okay, this is what they're reporting, but I don't know that this is going to come to pass in this timeline. So I hope you guys can appreciate where I'm coming from on that. But I also hope that doesn't sound negative or something. But you can tell me what you think. I actually would really, really love to hear what you guys think about that number in the comments below. I really would love to hear that. But I guess that's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!